Some species of bamboo can grow up to 3 feet, 91 centimeters, or even more in a single day. That's an astonishing rate of about 1.5 inches, 4 centimeters per hour.
I was a little late.
Wow.
Oh, well, like 3 feet
3
a day.
feet a day. Can we grow bamboo here? Yeah.
I mean, technically,
you could buy the.
You know, like I think it needs a
Why is that not happening more then?
Yeah, like bamboo is very sustainable. Like 3 feet a day, like that's insane.
The main distraction parked in the lot. 2 dudes with beards and some thoughts they just caught. A squirrel or donuts or why clouds look tall. Their cars, their studio, they cover it all. Banter so wild it'll make you grin. 2 bearded besties, where do we begin? The main distraction, tune in for the ride. Talking about nothing yet so bonafide.
You know what, Kool-Aid?
What's that, churchy boy?
Things are getting expensive out there, BK.
They're getting expensive.
Remember when fast food was cheap because the quality sucked?
Yeah. But now the quality still sucks. And it's
more expensive.
More expensive.
Like, let me throw you some pricing, big guy. Subway. We're paying $13 for a $5 sandwich.
$5
foot.
$5 foot long. Why was that so monotone? $5 foot long. That wasn't planned. We got pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they at one point they actually had, and we're not talking too far back. They had the 3 for $21.
3 for $21.
I'll take that
all day.
That's probably about a $5 sub. So it was really no different.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's at least $7 a sub.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad.
No, and then they got rid of that. But I think COVID. Most recently, COVID took that stuff out. More recently, this tariff, that's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I heard recently that, and again, like, I'm trying to get into too many politics here, but tariffs are off.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be anyway. Whether that happens or not, who knows?
It doesn't matter. The thing is, so now, with what you're saying, that's fine. But now, companies and businesses have gotten to the point where, like, oh, we can raise the price because this is happening, and that problem goes away. We're just going to keep the prices.
You know
People
what?
Are used to it now.
Okay, like, I believe strongly, corporate greed. I think that's just where we're at.
100%.
Right? And I feel like they like to blame COVID. We got to raise prices, disrupting the product lines. Truckers aren't doing their jobs. They're doing parades. Then we got all tariffs hit, prices have to go. I don't think they do.
No. But when a business is given permission, they're not going to back up after the fact and go back to cheaper. They should, because that's going to make people happier. What would you say is the main New Year's resolution that people go for every year?
Gyms,
right? To eat healthier.
Yeah.
Do you know that as soon as the year started, every fast food place had deals on?
Try to keep you hooked.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Yeah. They literally, well, you know what? Well, people are going to stop buying our stuff. Let's give these $5 combos, 2 for $5s, all these different things.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing is, as people are eating healthier, they're taking a couple things. Doesn't make the quality better.
No.
They're taking a couple things, making them cheaper. Because I was looking at it. And I was like, oh, you can get this box for a cheap price. We're going to be all over the place with this, but that's okay. One I do appreciate.
Yeah.
Taco Bell, they're $10 box meals.
Sure.
I'm okay with that.
Yes.
It's garbage food.
100%.
I'd rather go to Taco House. Let's circle back. $5 foot long.
$5 foot long.
Places like Burger King, how they're mix and match.
Okay, so Burger King just recently, they have a sale now for nuggets. Okay, $2.99, 8 nuggets.
Right.
I remember, if I am correct, it was $1.99 for 10 nuggets.
Yeah, most likely.
That's what it was. It was the cheapest place to get friggin' nuggets.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And so, like, not only did they raise it $1, but they knocked you out 2 nuggets.
And that's where, 100%.
Shrinkflation is the term.
Is that a technical term?
That is the technical term.
Shrinkflation?
They'll keep the price relatively the same.
Right.
But then they'll lower the amount given.
Yo, here's the thing. Loaves of bread. What if this goes so deep What if you used to, you used to get 100% it happens. You used to get like 27 slices.
Right.
What if you counted them and you only get 23 now? I guarantee you, just making that little bit more, saves them maybe $17 in the year.
Yeah.
But it's money saved.
Like I'll tell you like a shrinkflation thing that I saw the other day.
Should we start a shrinkflation counter? 3.
Shrinkflation.
4.
All right. Where we had it was package of the XL gum.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So what they did, which was relatively clever, and it took me a second to like understand what was happening. They had a new pull tab on it, right? So you can grab the thing, pull it out. You have your sticks of gum in there. I'm like, oh, that's clever. This made it actually a lot easier to grab it. However, the pull tab replaced one of the gum.
Wow.
So instead of getting, let's say 9,
you get 8.
You got the 8.
But more packaging.
Yeah, very clever on the shrinkflation. Their new pull tab, minus a piece of gum.
I would like to find comparable things. Like, I don't know where you'd have to find them on the internet, the dark web. Probably the dark web. Bring back plastic straws. I get it. We still do so much more.
Oh.
And the turtles are not being saved around us. It is not a problem.
You know what? That was a clever marketing scheme as well. And it's funny on how throughout the years, back in the day, remember when recycling was the biggest thing in the world, right? Mm-hmm. We're running out of trees. We have to protect our trees. So now we have plastic. And then next year, a couple years go by, plastic's hurting our environment. We're going to start making things out of trees, right? Yeah. And it just changes each time. But the straw conspiracy, I should say, is it costs, or like it doesn't cost a lot, but you know what plastic is made of? Like generally, you know what plastic's made of? I know, like this is going to surprise you.
No, I don't think it is. I can't think of it right now, but I know it's something like very, very basic that you wouldn't think of.
It's oil.
Oh.
That's what plastic is made of, is oil.
Maybe not what I was thinking, but I mean, obviously it makes sense.
I mean, like that's what it is. Like at the end of the day, it's freaking
Is
oil.
it like spun and turned until it's a thicker agent and then hardened?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna stay here on my high horse and pretend I know how the process is done. But yes.
Listen, I'm not taking what you said. I'm not taking what you said. He's like, he called me out. I'm not. You know what? I'm not negating anything you just said. I thought that was very. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Words are hard today.
Yeah. But yeah, Lord. So it's made of oil. I don't know what happened in but the turtle thing was a nice touch. Yeah.
Do you actually think it costs less to make paper straws than plastic straws?
100%.
Really?
100%. And the quality's not there for the straw. You know what would be a good, I would be okay with? Bamboo straws.
Ooh.
Bamboo.
Is that the ones that they feel like plastic? Sure,
they can feel, but essentially just they're made of bamboo, and bamboo is a sustainable material. Bamboo is the fastest growing thing we have on this earth. Yeah, that's fair. I'm sure I'm going to be corrected, but I think bamboo grows 6 inches a day.
Really?
Yeah.
I now identify as bamboo.
Remember when
unreliable? Remember when Google used to work?
Right. Hey Google, how fast does bamboo grow a day?
Bamboo is famous for its incredible growth rate, and it truly earns its reputation as one of the fastest growing plants on Earth. While growth rates vary significantly depending on the species, climate, and growing conditions, some species of bamboo can grow up to 3 feet, 91 centimeters, or even more in a single day. That's an astonishing rate of about 1.5 inches, 4 centimeters per hour.
I was a little late.
Wow.
Oh, well, 3 feet
3 feet a day. Can we grow bamboo here? Yeah.
I mean, technically,
you could buy the.
I think it needs a
Why is that not happening more then?
Yeah, bamboo is very sustainable. 3 feet a day, that's insane.
You'd be cutting it every week. That's amazing.
Yeah. How many straws do you think you make with that?
Could you imagine if it's just one bamboo?
Just keep nipping off the top. Holy.
All right, let's go back. The prices of things. I mean, as long as it can be cheaper, that's fine. There are some bamboo utensils, and I'm not sure which fast food restaurant they're at. Really, really good. They're not cardboard. Listen, McDonald's, get rid of them. They're garbage. They're like spork. They're like
like the
wooden. No.
Like I'm not okay with that.
I just don't like because it's like between
like
the cardboard. It's
yeah.
It hits your lips.
That's not good. Like, have you ever tried to drink a milkshake through a paper straw?
I've drank a milkshake through a paper straw.
What, like a milkshake?
A milkshake, definitely. A milkshake, never had one.
A milkshake.
Never had one.
Milk.
Yeah, no. You know what? So there are some. Who is it now? They've like moved over to these red and white straws.
What, like the slushy straws?
I think I went cross-eyed. We'll check that out. Yeah, kind of. Those are okay. I think Tim Hortons has them. Maybe not. Anyways, bring back paper straw or plastic straws. I mean, please.
Yeah.
Please, yeah. That's all I ask. But I mean, it's not all I ask. Things are expensive, and you're trying to save money here and there, and trying to make things smaller. So that's what I was getting at before. Do you think like an old straw from McDonald's was this big, and are they this big now? Like, are how much can you save by putting less into something?
Yeah, like I assume that it comes down to pennies or tenths of pennies, right? Like how many straws?
But the volume of things sold and however long that adds up.
Well, yeah, no, I hear you. I'm just saying, like, how many straws are being like sold throughout a day? And you know what bothers me too? Just on like the why are there straws in our oceans? I feel as if I did my part. I put it into a bag. I put it at the front of the thing. Some guy came, picked it up. That's it for me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. After that, it's not really our fault.
Well, yeah, like I'm not in control of what Buddy did with the bag and the thing.
Yeah.
Why is it in our waters? You know?
I think a lot of,
I didn't put it there.
Yeah.
It's not like I went down to the ocean.
But you know what? There are those people. There are those people. I can't stand people who litter. Can't stand it. We're so far from what we were talking about. These are good for other episodes.
No.
I
also want you to know a fun fact. I don't litter all year except on Earth Day. That's my favorite time to litter. Because people are gonna pick it up.
I mean, it's just like it's like the purge for just littering.
Like it is the purge for me.
You just have to do it, and then you're not gonna get in trouble.
Like I go down to the local pond. All right, mattress.
All the ducks start living on it.
Yeah,
you've created some sort of like reusable habitat.
Yeah.
What if that's what you told them? You're about to get arrested and charged for littering. You're like, no. I've given them a home.
Yeah.
That's made out of plastics recycled over and over again. So they don't go to the dump.
Right.
Instead, it's formed this home for said ducks.
Like speaking
Nobel Prize.
Right. The Mallard Prize.
The Mallard Prize?
The Mallard Prize. That's funny. Actually, speaking of garbage, and again, a little off topic here. This is my bad. You know, I just get something in my head. I gotta just.
But I mean, that's where we go. And people understand that. They watch. They watch us for the chaos.
Speaking of just like garbage, do you know that there's Garbage Island?
Yes.
Like the size of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
This garbage is gathered.
I think everybody else just calls it Texas.
America, right? Good. Land of the not free tariffs. All right. Oh man.
The recycling idea is fine.
Sure.
But I think sometimes we miss the goal. But anyways, to go back to consumers and what you get in your worth. What gets me? You get me.
That's not where I thought you were going. I was ready to fight the power with you, right?
No, we're about to,
guys.
We're about to.
Okay.
Chips.
Oh.
The fact that you buy a bag of chips that they pump so much air into.
You mean a bag of air?
Today, yeah, we were looking today, and we were gonna buy some chips, and I tell you, there's that much in there.
Yeah.
The rest is air. They are pumping so much more air into these bags of chips. Before you'd get some and you could actually really feel, but you pick one up, you're like, oh, that's so full. No, had to explain to the girls they wanted Takis. Why is there only this much? And I have to justify, but well, they're chips but rolled up, so they take up less space. When I should have just said, because governments.
You're part of the problem.
Because of businesses.
Yeah.
Because of corporate greed.
Corporate greed. That's where we're at.
Takis are delicious.
I hate just green in general, right? It's just
like the color.
No, just greed.
Greed. I thought you said green.
Just greed in general.
Like
there's no need for it. Like, we're still gonna buy your product, and they know that, right? Like, McDonald's could just continue to raise their price. At some point, they go, I think we went a little too far. Our sales.
But that's only going to be when people stop buying stuff. So, which is a good point that I was going to make. What are you willing to stop buying? And you guys too.
That's 100%.
What would you go? Like, it's expensive. And you're like, I don't need it anymore. That's gonna happen. And I'll give you after you say yours. I'll give you an example.
Oh no, please. Oh, me.
No, I talk a lot.
Oh, like I don't even know. Okay, wait. So like, I think as a culture, if we can band together, and that's the hardest part, I think, is you have to band together and just say no to something, right? Let's, for example, gas too high, okay? If you went a couple months without buying gas, it'd be 13 cents a liter.
That's impossible to do.
And that's how they get you.
But I think even the day-to-day ones, when they're like, oh, everybody, for today, don't go buy gas. I think that can still make an impact.
Sure.
Absolutely. I don't think months need to happen.
I think you need like a few weeks, because it has to hurt, right?
A singular day of gas will absolutely hurt.
Yeah, maybe. But okay. So
when have you ever driven by?
Yeah.
Bear with me for 1 second here.
Yeah.
When have you ever driven by an open gas station where cars just aren't getting gas?
I mean, that's fair.
Daily.
Yeah. Again, that's fairly, like, everyone's getting gas, and like, I get that. I do. Right. But it's just, and it's hard, right? Like, you want to stand up for something, but at the same time, is it hurting the people, right? Like, example, like, if everyone like stood up today and didn't eat McDonald's for a month, right? They wouldn't lower their prices. They would lay people off.
Yeah, they'll do all that kind of stuff before they
ever touch the prices.
Yeah,
they'll cut.
But we see it happening though. We see some of these places that used to do very well. You have the Temus and the Wishes and the cheaper things coming out that people are going. Was it you? You told me that like an iPhone made in China, $10.
$10
here. $1,500, $2,000.
Yeah, the iPhone 16 parts and labor in the box, $10. China sells it for $10.
Yeah, because we found out that people from China were surprised that we pay so much for our phones.
Yeah, like, they were outrageous. Like, they're like, how much?
Yeah,
right. Like, people making jewelry in India, they're like, wait, this is $10,000? Are you insane?
That's wild.
They're like, This is like $14.
So it just So you think if one thing you could give up buying would be gas? Is that what you're saying, or were you just trying to make that statement?
Oh no, I was just trying to make that.
So what could you live without? If it just got too expensive, like, what do you do any of that now?
Okay, so like the major problem for me, like, at this time, is cost of living.
Yeah.
Right. Housing.
Right.
Like, it's looking pretty bleak for me to purchase a house in my lifetime.
A lot of people are never going to own a home.
Like, like, sad to say, the only time I'll get a house when both my parents die. I mean, that's essentially where my house is going to be gifted. You know?
Right.
Which kind of messed up, actually,
Yeah.
to think about that.
But here's the thing. They're also changing that. Now, you can't leave a home in your family for years and years and years. Now, they can give it to you, but if you were to give it to your kids, they now have to pay taxes on it. You can only transfer over a house once. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, because then I get to look smart.
That is insane.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's once or twice, and then so you can no longer have generational care of a home.
Yeah.
Without being taxed on it now.
That's fair. So tell me what
what can I live without, and what I am living without now?
Yeah.
There's certain things. You know what? As things come up, I stream a lot of TV. We're like cable. Why? Why do we need to pay $120 for cable? No, having for like a decade plus. No, we stream it, but we stream it as far as I know, the legal way. The people who pay or whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time though, do I really care? No. Do I care? Like, and it's. I know they find ways to say like actors aren't getting paid as much anymore, but I still think all that kind of money.
Poor them.
I think all that kind of money, it's too much. But you give and give and give, and you have to be entertaining, and you have to be this athletes. Athletes get paid way too much to play sports. I appreciate the sports they play, and I appreciate the money that they bring into that they bring into something. But you know what though? Yeah. Why that leaves you paying $150 for a jersey because they got to pay your guy to play.
Well, yeah. So, like, yes and no, right? It's like you follow where the money
obviously
is.
Obviously, it's a generalization to that kind of thing.
Well,
but, but if it's something that you really like, it's going to cost a lot of money to do that thing, and it doesn't have to. That's what I'm getting at.
Well, yeah, like you're paying, or like the reason things cost like the way they do, right? So sports is a prime example. The reason they get paid so much is because we watch them.
Yeah, but we shouldn't have to pay that much to watch people.
Right.
I can find a T-shirt at a thrift store. I mean, I can't. They don't fit me. Of a team that I like, and I can buy that thing for $2.
Sure.
You know, I can find a T-shirt, get somebody to print something on it, really cool.
Yep.
But we go, no. It has to have the NFL logo. It has to have the NFL tags. It has to be legit and bought from. But that's just $200. I don't care about that anymore.
Oh man.
I don't. It might be nice, but I would much rather. Okay. Let's talk. Sorry. Let's go back to that.
Yeah.
Branding is probably the thing that I would get rid of most.
Branding.
I'd much rather, because I do it now.
Yeah.
I care less about Nike, Adidas, Louis Vuitton. Like I don't care about those. I would much rather wear stuff to support my smaller friends and things. This shirt,
yeah,
Solo. He's a photographer, videographer. I don't know if he's a photographer. Videographer. He's on music videos with like big names and stuff like that. And he came out with his own brand and stuff. This isn't, but you know what? And it was cheaper. It was cheaper, and I got to support him. I would much rather my hat. So my hat is the Half-Life. People are like, what's Half-Life? Classified.
Oh, it's between Full Life.
Canadian rapper. It was at his show. You know what? I'm gonna buy that. I don't need the Nike hat.
Right.
I want to help support a local talent.
Right. Like
Canadian
you would
talent.
rather support people than brands.
Listen, if you guys have 5X shirts or 5X hoodies or you have hats and stuff like that, I would much rather contact you guys and wear your things than other big branded things. Than other big branded things. I would give up big brands if I'm supporting other smaller creators and friends and help their businesses. Little Caesars, $5 hot and ready.
Oh, hot and ready.
It is no longer a $5
like
hot
I
and ready.
like my women. No, seriously, ladies, why does it take you so long to get ready? Get your shit together.
Because of all the consumerist makeup they buy.
Oh, consumers.
We went to a store today, a wholesale store.
Okay.
Like I think where restaurants buy their stuff.
Right.
Because we had to get candy for a banquet that we have coming up. So make like a candy table for the kids to kind of just pick through things and Bob's your uncle. They sell other groceries there. I got excited because we paid $5.99 for milk.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, but I mean it is because I used to buy it for like $2.99 or $3.99 or whatever it was.
Yeah, isn't that insane? Right?
Isn't that wild? But we think about that and we're like, oh, that's not bad. $6?
You know, like that's how they've gotten us to the point of like, remember when gas was like bridging $1, right?
I remember, and I wasn't driving at the time, but I remember like gas being like 57 cents. I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, like gas was freaking cheap.
I'm excited that it's $1.14 here right now.
Like I paid $1.08 with a smile on my face. Like I was like, oh, this is great.
Is that where it is out there right now?
Reserve, yeah.
Wow.
$1.08.
That's kind of nice. That excites the man.
No, excites mine, right? No, it's like pricing is and taxes. Oh, so speaking of which, right? So I went to go pick up some pipe tobacco.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that day?
No. Just like yesterday, like I went to go and grab some.
Okay.
Right. Just at the store.
I thought that was something we were gonna do together, but apparently I'm not important.
Well, I mean, it makes you feel better. I didn't end up buying it, right? Because
that does make you feel better.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was 83% tax on pipe tobacco. 83%.
Wow.
That is
out of the
insane.
Reserve?
No, here in town.
Where did you go?
Just to like one of like those like cigar shops. Right? They were selling and they had a good variety of stuff, some aromatic stuff, right?
Where?
They had some Virginia mix.
What door did you walk into, sir?
So across from my favorite bookstore, Lockwood's. Lockwood's?
That's the variety store I told you about.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, really? Wasn't that good there?
No, like the product was fine. Like they had some they had some in tins.
Yeah.
Right. Like all very classy, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But it was $40 for a pouch.
How big was it? Like what I bought?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
like, is that what that is?
That's what I feel that's like what mine roughly was.
Man.
But I just know mine came from a good quality place, though.
You know, like I think we should hit a pipe after this.
I'll lay pipe. Oh, it's not what you were offering.
Actually, like maybe we'll stop there and I'll grab a pouch. Like, but it just bothered me 83%.
You might not enjoy me telling you this.
Yeah.
But to me, alcohol, tobacco, the things that could kill you or cause a lot of problems. I don't mind.
Oh,
make that expensive. If you're willing to pay for that, go ahead.
Oh, like you think we deserve to pay that?
I do.
Really?
I'll be honest. As a guy who smokes cigars and I spend anywhere between. I've spent $8 on a cigar. That's here. You go get cigars in the States.
Oh,
$3.50 for Camacho.
Yeah,
$3.50 for Camacho. Amazing. You buy them here, $15 immediately. I've spent $30 on a cigar. I think I spent, so the one cigar I do have, I forget what I spent on it. The Hooligan Asylum 13. So these come barber.
Yeah.
Y'all don't care. Do I think people need to be paying more for that kind of stuff? Yes. Do I think that my kids need to worry about their my kids need to worry about their hygiene products? Wife and $2. That stuff's expensive.
It is.
And they can't help it?
No.
But let's capitalize on it. It also bothers me because you pay. I guess this is about prices and everything, but also people screwing you over. I go to Emerge. I'll tell you right now.
Oh man,
I'd never pay
for merge.
Never.
We're in Canada. Like, when have you ever paid for that?
So you pay when you go like to the parking lot is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
you have to pay to park.
Yeah,
I do not. They're not going to kidnap you. I roll up, and I hit the intercom. And I mean, I used to like lie them like I don't have my my wallet on me. Yeah. Like, you don't have your wallet. I said, no, I came to Emerge because I'm not well.
Yeah.
Well, how did you have your card? I didn't. I gave them my number. We're in Ontario. They can't deny you. They have to help. Deny you. They have to help you. So, but it bothers me because you expect me to pay $5 to park in a place where I need to for emergencies. So they know that people need to park here for healthcare.
Yeah.
But you know where they don't charge for parking?
Tell me, Kool-Aid.
Casinos. You are making money hand over foot. You are not going to get anybody to stop going to casinos any less because they have to pay to park.
Yeah.
Charge them.
That's fair.
Charge that. Don't charge the hospitals. Listen, I'm getting a little heated. My nostrils are flaring.
Oh, they are flaring. Yeah.
The hygiene products, the health and stuff, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
But they do it because you have to. That's
Yes.
why everybody dies. That's why a casket should not cost you minimum
Insane.
$10,000.
It's insane amount to bury your
But
ass.
everybody's dying.
Oh.
Everybody's dying. And nobody's living.
Ain't that the truth?
I might be alive, but we're not living. Deep Thoughts by Kool-Aid.
Yeah. I'm getting that tattooed on my chest.
Bet.
Right
Next
now.
episode. Wait, Deep Thoughts with Kool-Aid?
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to put my name on you.
Yeah, obviously.
That's fair. Don't tell my wife. No. Oh, you know what I miss? Penny candies. If you guys know, sorry, real quick. Pretend you didn't hear that, so we have the excitement about it.
Yeah.
If you guys know of any small towns or places like that kind of go the old-timey way, I would love to go visit and just enjoy the simpler time. Before everything got really busy, before there was so many people around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to go to so penny candies. Did you buy penny candies as a kid?
Not really.
Like this video. So hopefully we'll get more likes because of it. If you guys ever bought penny candies, you used to walk, you never did it? Oh,
No,
that's sad.
No, I was an indoor cat, remember?
That's fine. I get it. You know what? We're gonna fix that for you. You used to go in with a small little brown paper bag, okay?
Yeah.
And you used to get they were the small. So think like Swedish berries, tiny.
Yeah.
Everything was tiny. They were a penny.
Yeah.
So you'd go and you'd count them out and you'd put them in with the tongs. And you'd take them up to the front. And this is when before COVID and stuff like that. You used to take your bag. They would dump it out, and they would flick their fingers through it and flick through and count all your candy, so you weren't trying to steal it. Which
That's
at this,
fair.
when you think about it, it's kind of gross. You put it on the counter where people put their money and all their stuff, or they're touching it with their fingers. But you didn't care. You were a kid. You just ate the candy. So you put it back in the bag, and then that was it. You put it in a brown paper bag,
Yeah.
and you just walk around and just eat your candies. But then you also used to get, but they don't have penny candies anymore. And then they had 5-cent candies.
Right.
I don't know if they still do. I think they do. I know they have 25-cent candies now, which is
Probably.
insane.
That is insane.
But it's the sour keys and stuff. There was a candy called Fizz. It was a hard candy
Mhm.
with fizzy powder in the middle.
Oh.
You used to get a string. I can't do this here. Like this long. You'd probably get 30 of these things, and it was a quarter, maybe 50 cents.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
No.
like a pixie stick.
No. Now you get a strip like this that has 10, and you pay $1 for it.
That's insane.
It sucks.
That is insane.
We want to know what you guys' thoughts are because we're growing.
We are growing.
I see that. Because we're growing, we want to do things, and I mean, people have brought up wish lists for things, and we're really trying to bootstrap something. We don't get paid for any of this, and we're trying to build. We're gonna get sponsors. People suggested wish lists that have a couple things that we might use on it. We need to find ways to. Would you guys back a Patreon? I know we're early, but would you back a Patreon? So it's not you get something out of it, because I will tell you guys the content that we do that you don't see all get edited out would be kind of fun to put in some little clips on there.
Yeah.
Would people be interested in something like that?
Yeah. Like you get to see the real side of the things that Kool-Aid tries to protect me from.
Hey, if you guys watch the episodes, do you remember Red Rover? For $12.99, if you sub, I will let you know the 3 names that he put out there.
No. But yes.
Those 3 people probably won't sub.
For a camera, 100%. Right, But yeah,
we'll get there.
Like the costs, and like just brings it back to the cost.
Price of
Like we
things.
want to do some cool stuff,
Mhm.
and like we want to have some cool things so we can do said cool stuff,
Yeah,
right? And
I think we'll get there. And so far, thank you guys for like just the growth.
yeah,
The growth of following the Instagram page, following the TikTok.
yeah, absolutely,
Guys, it's the main distraction.
That's
MANE on everything.
yeah,
So we have it on YouTube here. We're on Spotify. We have an Instagram page that we're going to build up. We have our TikTok page.
yeah.
So you'll always be able to find little snippets from things. If you don't know if you want to watch the whole episode right yet, you'll find little snippets, and then we'll put in there like this is from episode 4.
Yeah.
And it might be the Franken meals. And we just talk about it quickly.
Sure.
Little shorts.
Sure, like, you do little shorts, but yeah, no, like, it'd
the
be
special
helpful
stuff.
just to have, like to have something. Like, friggin', we're finding a problem right now. Well, like memory cards, right? Like, we need
Hard drives.
hard drives. Man, like, we need hard
We
drives.
eventually got to look at extra cameras.
Are you doing jingle bells?
Yeah, it's Beethoven's fifth.
Oh. Hey, you want to see something cool? Ah! Ah!
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah?
Nah. And you know what, though?
Yeah.
That entertainment, free.
That is free.
Free. Guys, we're complaining about all the prices of things. We're
We
getting
are.
tired of it, as I'm sure a lot of people are.
Oh, man.
I just think that to find a simpler time where things weren't so expensive, how do we get back to that? Oh, you know what? I like a
I
barter.
think we don't.
I like a bartering system, though.
Oh.
Just to toss that in there real quick.
Pawn shops. Look at all the pawn shops.
Nah, pawn shops are there to screw you over, though, too.
Are they?
Yes, absolutely. You know what? Take me to like a swap meet.
Mm.
Fun fact: did you know that in the UK they actually call it a boot sale? So I had some friends. I had a friend from America visit a guy from the UK. They would do boot sale. And the American, he's like, I don't see a single boot anywhere.
That's fair.
It's called a boot sale because it's a trunk sale. They open up a parking lot, and the
they
trunk of
open
their
up their
car is
trunks.
called the boot.
Oh.
So they bring all their stuff from home or whatever it is that they've made. They put it on tables, and you walk around. It's like a market.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
like
boot sale.
markets.
But you know what? Now you're starting to trade things for other things that you need. I love that. Look at the guy who traded like a paper clip for a house or something.
Yeah.
I believe in that, and I would love to do that sometime. Maybe that's something that we could do.
That's fair.
Start with a paper clip, move up, move up, move up. I think that's it. Bartering systems, absolutely. Service for service. I've traded. I will tell you, I traded tattoo time for this tattoo that
Yeah.
wraps around my arm. Okay,
Yeah.
Art is not what you see, but what you make others see. And I traded that.
You're really like fortune cookie today.
You know what? It's just how I live. Are you saying I'm a sweet, twisted treat? I traded tattoo time for a painting. I made him a 4 foot by 8 foot piece, or 2 4 foot by 4 foot pieces,
Sure.
and we traded.
Math correct sounds
Nothing cost either of us.
right. Yeah.
He got artwork. I got artwork.
Yeah. Well, that's time.
Amazing. It's time, and time is valuable.
Time is
But I think we could definitely do that kind of
most
stuff.
valuable thing we have, I think.
I knew there was I heard about it. Yeah, I heard about a guy who he was living off grid, and he used to carve bowls and
Sure.
utensils, and he would walk to his neighbors, which is like miles away because he
Mhm.
lives off grid, and he would essentially trade them a bowl for flour, for things to make food with, for maybe a kettle because his other one broke.
Yeah.
It cost him nothing to pick up some wood,
It's true.
carve it,
It's
take
true.
it to the person, and we don't need that. Things are too expensive.
Too expensive.
I think what we can end on is the fact that currently this doesn't cost anybody anything but their time.
Yeah, their time.
I appreciate them for watching
And
it,
you know what else doesn't take a lot of time? And it's free. Liking it.
subscribing.
Subscribing.
That almost seemed like we kind of set that up.
Almost.
That wasn't. That wasn't.
That was
We are that good.
We are that good. Just like our podcast.
This was your only opportunity. The main distraction. I left it open for you.
Sorry.
You didn't take it.
Sorry,
It's too
try
late now.
again.
It's too late now.
The main distraction.
The main distraction, tune in for the ride. Talking about nothing yet so bona fide.